a reasonable size. And we're going to give you an idea of how much waste a site like this produces over the course of 2 nights and over the course of 1 night. And this is our lovely crew.
Hey there.
Yo. So let's get involved. Okay, so this is our landfill. This is everything that's supposed to be going to landfill, but you can see, what is it? There's lots of things like bottles. So what you need is to actually separate them and get the bottles into here. Everything that avoids going into landfill is a plus. But this is, I mean, so this is such a shit fight that it's hard to almost know where to begin. It's just a matter of, we're just going to need to get the big plastic bags and just start going for it, I guess. No, we'll take these plastic bags first. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Take the ones which are already bagged, yeah, like those ones. What do we got there, mate? Landfill, all landfill? Yep. Nothing to put up and save. Oh, I can fill bottles in there. See, everything that goes into landfill, that doesn't need to go into landfill, hurts. So we really just got to separate everything. And if you don't do it, we will, so... There we go. Baby food. Alright. Yeah. And the rest looks pretty good. Alright, cool. There we go. Nappies and shit. So that's an example. People think that they've got a bag. Oh yeah, it's all just landfill, but it's not. There's valuable stuff in there. It's not just about avoiding landfill, it's about resource recovery. Because this, you can make shit out of this, you can sell this. That's what we do. That's what the waste industry is. It's reclamation of resources, and you sell them on. Reduce, reuse, recycle kits. Yeah, so that'll do. We'll just grab grab as many of these as we can, put them in. A great example that guy was.
That was excellent.
Where's stop? Or just closing it?
That's what they always say.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all just landfill. Oh, it's all just waste. Just general.
Does closing it stop it?
No, press the power button.
Okay.
For a bit longer, maybe. Fill the truck up. They bring it on back here, and these are our 3 skips. We've got our landfill skip, our recyclable skip, and our compost skip. And so we take all the bags. Stay here.
Okay.
We got a bag of recycling.
Did you know
Goes down there.
back a house here?
That's what I'm going to do next.
Where those things up?
Yeah.
Those machines?
The
over
journeys.
there?
Yeah.
There's a bin station there.
Yeah.
It's piling.
Yeah.
Also with that silver car is. Over the river there's a silver car. Alright. Yeah.
And then they all come in here. These are the backs of those big skips, and they all get sorted into different ones and then sorted again, just to make sure that what is meant to be in there is in there.
Yeah. Just behind
So
that
1 or
bar
2 bottles
there's a whole
per
lot of
person
stuff.
might not seem like much to go into landfill, but times that by 10,000 people at a festival, and you've got a lot of landfill that really doesn't need to happen. And the waste industry can turn this into something else, save all our resources, and reuse after the recycling process.
We've got the brown tape, so we know that that's landfill. There's 3 different tapes: brown for landfill, green for organics, and clear for recyclables. But usually you don't need the clear because you can feel that it's recycled already.
And here's our tape. We've got these on the side of the truck and also at each station. So with any luck, at least half of this is recycling, and a little bit more again could be compostable. So to think that only 30% of this could end up as landfill is really fantastic if it's sorted properly at the beginning by the enthusiastic, committed and sustainable punters.
Here's all the recycling. Piles up there, then Gary's going to get in with a knife, open all of those bags individually by hand, throw out anything that's not recyclable, and go from there. Alright, so I'm about to show you what's basically a model example of the collection So you can see we got a pair of trios, and we've got bin monitors on these stations, and we drive around in the truck, obviously. But what we want is just to grab the bags. So you can see here, these guys have prepared all of these bags ready for us to go.
Lots of bags, huh?
So people wonder how waste sorting happens. This is it. You just get in there. This is supposed to be our compost bin, but you can't have bottles in a compost bin. That ruins it. So you take them out and you put it in the recycling. And it's just a little bit of sorting. You know, we sort it here. It gets sorted more back at the skips. It gets sorted more back at the plants. But the more that we avoid, the better. So there's still some bottles in here. And yeah, there'll be more bottles in the bottom that I can't get, but I just take what I can. We want to minimise the amount of plastic bags we use, so we consolidate it. We take this, it's got a little bit of compost in it. That's got a little bit, so we pour that in there. That's full, that's empty, this goes back in the bin. Like so. That one might want a bit more too. Does that fit? There we go, guys.
Should I put this one?
Thank you, compost. Thank you. Thank you for caring.
Okay.
Good work, keep it up. So if we had to do all of them, that would have taken us about 5 times longer because these guys have already done it. So that's getting green, guys. Be a bit of green tape on it.
Oh fuck. Sorry, camera.
Hard for foul language.
It doesn't matter, the green tape's just to make it easier when we get back to the skips.
Okay.
This one, I think.
Okay. Whoopsie-doo.
No, I just think these guys are star volunteers. Are they? Yeah. Sorted all out. Fucking wonderful. Love you, man. And then we keep going. We drive around from site to site, and we get it all.
Good on you.
And if they're doing this well, then I'll be happy.
People are trying to do their right.
So call it 2 hours worth of rubbish in a reasonably quiet campsite area. Two full landfills, 2 full recyclings, and 2 full compost. So this is everything. People think that there's nothing of value in here, but you can see. Look, can. Recycling. Apart from that, it actually looks reasonable in here. You can have a look, see. There's a bit of compost, that bread could be composted, but you know. So that's not too bad. And then this is all, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, lots of recycling here, look at this. Alright, now what do we got here?
This is recycling.
Awesome. Oh, it looks pretty clean too.
Nicely sorted.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a model camper. For once, finally. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, the cardboard can actually be composted as well. So that whole thing can go in.
Wonderful.
Is there anything in there? Yeah, let's go for it. We're going to consolidate them anyway. Thank you, mate.
Yep.
So we take it out, pack it down, save space in the trunk, lift it out, up. We don't want a plastic bag in our recycling. This looks pretty good. Tie it up. Get some tape. Oh yeah, we don't actually need tape. Normally we put tape on it because here that's recycling straight away. Just whack it straight in. Alright. And then we'll just do the same with all the other bits. And basically all it takes is a team of 3. We just do this constantly, and that's the waste collection for the whole site. Done. That's all you need for a whole 8,000 person event. 4 days of camping. That's all you need to do. 3 people in a truck. And good punters to do it right in the first place. And the compost, we get our green tape. Wrap it up. Sweet. All of these bottles, we spend resources making bottles and cans from scratch. You got to extract the materials, you got to transport them. We got all this shit here. We can just make new bottles.
Oh,
to the tent. Hey. That's cool. That's right in the right thing. So you can see we got something interesting here. We got this is another campsite station. Yeah. This is the landfill. This is the thing in the back of the landfill. What we've got here is a thing full of cans and bottles. So this is part of the waste pack. This is what people get when they come into the site. They get 3 bags: a clear one for recycling, a brown one for landfill, and a green one for compost or something.
And a note.
It's the trouble to separate it at the campsite, but then they come here and it goes into landfill. So all of this work, like they care enough to do that, but they don't. It's bizarre. I don't get how that works. It's a genuine mystery. There, voila. That's. You see what I mean? Like that's just weird. And again, in here, they've gone to the trouble of separating their recycling, but then it goes into the landfill. So the whole thing is pointless.
And recycling wasn't full. There was room in recycling.
Huh?
Recycling wasn't
hey,
full.
Mate, how's it going? Good, good. Yeah? Still battling, still battling.
Yeah? Any better today?
Might be a bit.
Hi, how are you?
This is one of our heroes from yesterday.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's one of the waste stations from a campsite. You can see it's mostly emptied out. So just wait for the cars to drive past. This isn't as much of a shit fire as it can be, as you can see, even though, you know, it does look ridiculous. In front of the recycling, it is actually mostly pure recycling. The landfill looks, I'll turn my radio down. Landfill looks pretty landfilly. So this is going to be a matter of a team of 3 or 4 people just bagging it up. So you can see how we got these full bags here. We just want all of that looking like that, and then we chuck it into this truck and we take it to the tip, and then we give it another sort. So we sort it here as well though. That's pretty much it. There's my lovely truck assistant.
We're pretty proud of ourselves.
And now we come back to that same one that we visited earlier. I'll try and this is what it looks like. There's nothing loose in the base. You just got all these bags tagged up and ready to go. These are all recycling, and these are all your landfills. And that's it. Taken care of by these fine people right here. All in an afternoon. That's it. Oh well, I mean there was a collaborative effort with people over the course of the day, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, they don't matter. So.
No, they're not here at the end, so fuck them. Alright, so now we just load all the recycling ones on because we've got a truck full of recycling, so it makes it easier when we take it to the back. We'll fill out the recycling, and we're just going to keep on doing these rounds. Sweet, cheers guys, that's fucking amazing. Alright, this is how we unload the skips. Yeah, it's just all there. And you got the zoom on the top, but don't worry about it. So yeah, it's behind there. So you just grab the bag. So come on over. Are you trying to pull them out? For the whole truckload. It's a bit heavy as well. I've got glass in it. Basic's litter. So here's the post campsite evacuation cleanup. You can see, by English standards, this is actually pretty immaculate, but by the standards of this festival, this is actually one of the messier ones. So what it takes is a team of, how many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over there, walking around with pickers to pick up all the trash, and they put it in piles, then we drive around. Luckily we got a ute here today as well to pick it all up. And so look at this, the morning of the 2nd, and you can hardly see a piece of rubbish. This is the campsite. Well, the back of one of the campsites. That's one of our bin stations, which is going to need some sorting. But not a single bit of rubbish on the ground, except for that corner in the back, which we just showed you. So here we have the waste generated by the whole event. There's still quite a lot left. There's food vendors and there's a bit left in the campground, but this is definitely the bulk of it. You can see we've run out of space in the skips, so they're all overflowing. We've got them sorted. That's general. That's recycling. The skips are completely overflowing, and that's the compost. And I might try and take it up there so you can see how full they are.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, you can see that even though it is overflowing, it's still quite ordered. So basically we're just waiting for empty skips to come and they can get us.
Well, there's the general waste up there,
yeah,
and there's
some
the
bottles that shouldn't be in there.
There's some recycling. There's a recycling.
That is a whole skip full of things that is not going to landfill. So that's a plus.
And this is an entire skip
full of compost.
Full of compost.
Gonna have a look.
Which is quite
You want to get in there?
I would love to get in there actually.
Yeah,
I have already.
Stomping around.
I have been stomping around in there.
I know.
Put the compost in the
And this is, of course, this is Gary, our master.
He's a champion.
He's loving you.
He's an absolutely champ.
And waste separation.
Right, see you later, guys.
See
ya. Happy New Year, Gary.
I have to go back to Sydney now. So yeah, we'll come back and see how it looks when it's all done.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
Just commenting, it's just so sad, like that, all that stuff that's perfectly good condition. Some of it with like a little nick or a bruise or whatever, it's just dumped.
Yeah.
It's added to landfill.
You got 90% of a perfectly good chair there.
Yeah.
Just needs one little thing.
Just need another stream.
And bada bing, bada boom. Look at this. This is a perfect station at the end. All of that rubbish was just piled up in those bays. And it's been perfectly separated. This is how it should be, really. And if you get it right from the start, it'll be a lot easier to get at this point. But you can just see bags here all piled up ready to go for the truck. Those are recycling, that's your landfill, and that's your compost. Bins all emptied, ready to go, and that's done. Spotless, all of that waste, so then that goes back to the skips. That's how you do it. And so this is the back of campsite E after, well, pretty much just 2 days of cleaning. That's it, it's all been picked. The pickers go around, they leave the rubbish in these piles like this. And then fine people such as these come in, get a ute and drive around, and they take it to the sorting stations over here, which you'll remember from earlier on, which was the same place the campers leave it. We get sorters there, then we get this truck around, which is over behind the river. You can see it in there. That drives around and picks them up from there. So it's a pretty well streamlined process by this stage. Yes, any words?
I want to offer criticism on the process.
Go on.
I'd say there's a little bit of unnecessary double handling, but on the whole it's good.
And how would you avoid the double handling?
I'd probably, on the first day we sorted in the paddock. So
yeah. You want to sort in the paddock?
Yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, isn't it? Well, I get all the stuff over there to sort.
No,
but that's the
trip.
trip.
They didn't move them to there. They left them in these piles in the paddock. They sorted them there.
Okay. And that's what you think's better?
Yeah, because then we didn't have to drive there and move them to there.
Yeah, okay.
And then move them. We only had to pick them up in the paddock once.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And take them straight. Which,
So,
you know.
Yeah, there are factors like scale and things. Like sometimes if you got a team,
there is.
But it's
a lot
definitely
more
to consider.
But my mother used to always say not to double handle. So.
No, it's a good strategy. It's sustainable. Less work.
Less CO2
Exactly.
emissions even.
Yeah, true. But look at how clean this field is. It's just amazing, and they're all like this. And this is the third, and this was like this pretty much this morning, wasn't it? And so this is what, another 20 minutes or something. Yeah. Just pick it up and go, and then that's fucking done. So did you guys take it there, or you take it straight to the skips? You take it straight to the skips.
Going all bulky stuff we're taking straight to the skips.
Yep, sweet.
Sorted. And I just was getting irritated with
double handling.
Dropping big things, picking back up.
Exactly. Sweet. Cool, guys. Thanks heaps for everything.
No worries.
See ya.
Alright, so here we are back on site. I nipped back to Sydney for a couple of nights, and we'll come back. It's now the 5th. Is it the 5th? Oh, he's gone. Now we're driving around the truck picking up the all the blue bins. We've had about, fuck, I don't know, 8 or 9 loads with this thing, with the blue bins. No, more than that, 10 easily. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. And so this is the afternoon of the 5th. This is the main festival site. So it's pretty much all packed down, and waste-wise, all these stations, they're all clear. We got a few bundles of bags left, like these, piles of cardboard, they're all nicely sorted. We got teams of pickers over there, sorting through that big pile. Bin lids are piling up. The skips are still full. And there's where all the bins are up, 180 in total. There's Tom. And that's that. That's the beautiful Glenworth Valley. We'll have this done by the end of tomorrow. Easy. Just a few more rubbish ones to pick those up. Oh, it's done, mate. Look at it.
I thought we'd get it pretty quick.
Alright, so this is phase 16B of the pickup. A nice big piles of cardboard. Just over here, which we're doing pure truckloads of because it makes it easier to unload it up there. That's the skips. Makes it easy to unload there. We'll just take a full load. And there's enough of these. There we go.
Is it rolling?
Yeah. 3 of those loads already. There'll be about another 2.
Oh no, it's going to be more than that. It's going to go for 4 loads.
We've done 3 today, and there would have been another 6 before. Truckloads of these full of cardboard. That's why we want reusable packaging for the vendors, because that's all coconut boxes and stuff that the vendors got their stuff in. So if they just had Hessian sacks that they could take back to the suppliers and reuse it, we wouldn't have to process all this cardboard. And this is just from like a handful of vendors from one weekend. Imagine on a global scale. It's insane. Anyway, thanks.
There you go.
Awesome.
That lot over there, it's just so full, so you just cannot move it, you know, it's just
yeah.
so heavy, you know.
Oh, we'll get a few people onto it then.
Yeah. Sweet ass.
Yeah. So this is one of the last stations, really, isn't it?
Getting emotional time.
Yeah. Look at this field. This is it. This is the very end. That's the valley where the festival was. Well, that's the back camping area. And the festival site is to the left of it, and then there's another camping ground over there. But there's not a single bit of rubbish down there whatsoever. That's it's what? It's the 9th now. It's the Sunday.
8th.
It's the 8th.
8th.
Ah. Oh yeah, because it's got to be out by the 10th. Yeah. So yeah, it's the afternoon of the 8th, the Sunday the 8th. The festival finished on the Sunday, so this is a week, and it's spick and span. You have to try really hard to find a single speck of rubbish in any of those fields or in any of the thing. We just did the final run today, and that's it.
Yay!
Yeah, it's been real. It's been real. Anything else? No? It's been fun. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. Let's see if we can zoom in on the valley. That's the catering tent, that's the last of it. So there's still a little bit left on site. There's the catering tent and some fences and some reefers. That's refrigeration unit, not something else. All clean for the horsies. Alright, thank you. We've come for a field trip to Kimbrickie Reuse Centre. So this is just coming in. This is lovely. Alan's going to be filming. So basically, an important part of the whole waste management process is seeing where it goes at the back end. So there's all this talk about, oh, it goes to the tip, it goes to landfill, it goes to recycling. Here you go, check this shit out. We've come to see what's actually happening, so I guess we're just going to drive around and see what we can find.
Hello, what are we doing today?
Hey, I don't have anything to drop off. I'm just studying environmental management and I wanted to come and have a look and see what you guys do here. Is it possible just to drive around?
First, sign in to be given safety jacket and instruction to be inducted into the site, so that's what I'll drive you to do.
Excellent. So this is a fairly well regarded processing plant, I think. Whenever you talk about you know, good waste management, Kimbriki always comes up. And then we park in here, don't we? Yeah. We go to the office and we get a high-vis vest because we're going to be safe, kids. Oh, I got a high-vis vest. Don't worry about it.
We only got
sorted.
one, though.
Yeah, true. But you'll be alright.
You'll be alright.
This is household glass and plastic recycling processing. Doing 2 seconds, but it costs half an hour to do it. Peats Ridge. And there's all the cardboard. Waste? What is waste? There is no such thing. It's merely a decision we make. That's a good way of putting it. This is what I want. I want one of these for the for my balcony.
Where?
My balcony.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's easy. You just chuck anything in there.
Oh, look at those worms having a great time.
Having a great time.
Yeah, they're having a fucking awesome time.
Tea bags and shit go in there. Aquaponics! This is my favourite. This is the future of urban agriculture. I've never seen a setup like this though. It's a bit unwieldy. But basically, well, I'm sure I've told everyone about aquaponics before anyway, but well, it's a combination of aquaculture and hydroponics. Within those two systems, you have two problems. With hydroponics, you have the problem of fertilising the plants. With aquaculture, you have the problem of processing the fish waste. If you bring the two systems together, they solve each other's problems, where the plants use the fish waste for fertiliser, and in doing so, clean the water so that it goes back to the fish.
Nice.
And vertical growing. Here we go. These guys. This is pretty simple stuff here. Grows out the side. You get all of that plant out of that much space. Ah, yeah, cool. That's the same sort of idea as the yeah. Does it say that? Where?
No, it's got these windows.
Oh, yeah, cool. Let's look at this. Here we go. We got this whole structure made out of straw, as you can see from these windows here. Composting toilets! Woohoo!
Mulch, actually put mulch down and then a couple of sprays of enzymes.
You put some mulch.
Just after you use it.
Cool, man. So it's not, oh, there's no water.
No, see?
Oh, look at that.
Look, here's the sun.
How about that? I mean, what happens out the end? Do they collect it out the back as well?
Not sure.
Liquid flows to absorption trench. Coming around to the vegetation drop-off.
Whoa!
To see what they do with all the vegetation. So there it is. Wow, look at that. Huge big piles of stuff.
Check that shit out.
And they must turn it into that.
Pretty cool.
Huh. How's it going? And there's a buyback centre, which is reused. So people just bring all their shit here, and rather than getting thrown out, it gets reused. So it's like a Vinnie's of sorts, I guess. So really, this should be the first port of call for anyone who wants to buy or use anything. This should be where you come. Probably would be on a bigger scale actually. It doesn't look too big. So bricks and concrete, all of that, steel and stuff. All gets processed by that thing. Now let's check out the last resort. The last resort being
Landfill!
landfill.
Not so much this week.
Yeah, that really. What we're going to do as a society is fix the manufacturing and packing process that we don't actually make anything that isn't recyclable. That's how you get rid of the landfill. That's how you close the loop. You got to fix it in the manufacturing. And that's doable. We've got all the technology. It exists now. It's not hypothetical stuff. There's aluminium. That's worth a lot. That's about the only stuff that companies will pay for. Is aluminium. That's it. This is the landfill. Filling the land, doing useless shit. All of this stuff that we went to the trouble to manufacture is just gone. And look, you've still got recyclable stuff. Even here, you got your bottles. You got more bottles. You got glass. Oh, he's got a fucking tip tray. Why don't we have one of those for Peats Ridge? No, this doesn't look too big, really, does it? Well, here we are, surrounded by this beautiful valley, and there's just a massive pile of rubbish. And that, well, obviously they're processing as they go. This guy comes around, dumps it all in. Look, you got cardboard, more cardboard. Shouldn't be seeing things like cardboard and glass in here. Oh, this is supposed to be a photo. But never mind, there you go. That's an example of a station in the city. 3 bins, right down in Darling Harbour. I'm going to check how contaminated they are. Actually, let's go have a look. Paper's pretty pure paper. Yeah, see, well, there's only a can in there really. So it's actually, yeah, pretty good standard. But again, if that serviceware was compostable, that could all go into the other one. It's pretty good.